friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and welcome to my October TBR video. I am so glad you're here and you clicked on today's video. I am so excited to share everything that I chose for this month with you guys. Number one, I'm so excited that it's spooky season because this is always a time where I'm in the mood to read some scary books, to read the horrors, to read the thrillers, all of that stuff. So I went back and forth about whether I wanted to do the TBR jar, which obviously is going to give me random prompts, or if I actually just want to mood read and pick out a lot of thrillers or horror books that I've just been really looking forward to reading during this time of the year. I went back and forth about it, but I think I'm just going to do my mood reading and just select maybe 4 or 5 books that I think just would be great for the season. And hopefully you guys want to follow along. I definitely have some stuff for you guys, some content for you guys to look forward to, reading vlogs for you guys to look forward to. I definitely am going to take my first trip and hopefully be able to film going to Barnes & Noble. For those who didn't know, last month, the month of September, was my birthday month. I did get a Barnes & Noble gift card for my sister, so thank you, Liz. And another gift that I got was the Kindle from my mom. So shout out to my mom. Thank you so much for this birthday gift. I'm so excited. So I have another video to just talk about all things Kindle. I've had it for a couple weeks now. I definitely just want to go over like the pros and cons so far and my experience so far owning one. If you guys are on the fence about buying a Kindle, whether you should get it or not. So definitely look forward to that video. Yeah, I have a lot of content coming up that I'm really excited to film and share with you guys. So without further ado, let's just get into the books that I'm going to be reading this month. Okay, so the first book that I chose is actually a book of the month pick. It was my book of the month pick for September, and I've already started reading it, and so far it's already pretty good, and it is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. I believe this is actually in the horror category. Obviously, this was going to be one of my choices. Number one, as soon as I read the description, I was immediately like intrigued by this and interested in it. It has the haunted house setting, which I am always here for. I'll try to just give a quick, brief description on this book from what I know from just reading the inside. We are following Cleo, and she is our main character. Cleo and her sisters grew up in this haunted house, or that's what her mother claims, that the house is possessed by a demon, apparently. They went through years of childhood trauma, just dealing with her mother and whatever was going on in that house. She even apparently wrote a book. Their mother, Alex, wrote a book about the hauntings in the house or the possession of the house. So present day, the girls are all grown up now. They find out that their mother passed away and she has left them the house. So her sisters want nothing to do with the house, but Cleo has a different story. So she is apparently like a very popular influencer. Cleo decides that she wants to document herself flipping the house. There apparently needs to be a lot of updates to the house, and she thinks that this is a great opportunity for all of her followers to see her, I guess, one, confronting like maybe her childhood trauma and anything that happened in the house. And I think that's where things get really interesting, is while she's in the process of flipping the house, let's say things start getting weird, where she starts to think, is there some truth to what my mom was saying? Maybe it is possessed after all. We don't know. I got to read it and find out. So I'm really, really excited about this book. I feel like the plot and overall just like the themes of the book I think are going to be really good. Like I said, I did read a little bit. I'm on like what chapter? Either 3 or 4. And so far so good. I do like the author's writing style a lot. I feel like I was immediately like connected to the writing style, and I did cheat a little bit and read some of the reviews for what people think of the book, because I'm always just curious before I read something, like what is the overall like rating, or what are people thinking overall about the book? There were quite a few reviews that said that they thought the main character was a little insufferable, which sometimes that could be a little annoying, but I'm okay with that. So far, I do like the main character. She's a little antagonistic with her sisters, but it's just like little playful banter and stuff so far that I thought was funny. But I'm really enjoying it so far. Hopefully it just continues to get better from here. Can't wait to report back what I think about this one. Have very high hopes for it. So the next book that I chose is a mystery, and it is part of a series, and it's a long time coming because I got this series, I think, 2 Christmases ago, and that's just unacceptable. I should have read it by now, but it is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm sure like everyone knows about this series at this point, and I feel like I'm one of the last people to finally read it. But I'm excited because I just heard from so many different channels and just reading reviews that this whole series is really fast paced and it's really fun and interesting. There are 4 books in the series, but I think that each book, it might be a different character we're following. But for what I heard, it's like Criminal Minds, but we're following teenagers. This is a YA series, which should make it really easy to follow. But each character, I think, has some kind of like special ability or some kind of special talent, which makes them very valuable to help solve all of these like closed cases. We're following the main character, 17-year-old Cassie, in this one. She's good at reading people. This is a mystery series. We're following teenagers and they help solve cases. So I think it'll be very interesting. So I do want to make sure, I feel like I covered a lot of different genres with this month's TBR. I want to have some mysteries, horrors, thrillers, fantasy. So the next one is a fantasy book. I have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This one is another one. I feel like for the most part, the consensus is that everyone loves, that does pick up her books, really enjoys it. So this is another one I don't know that much about, but this one does delve into the world of magic, and there's magic cards, I believe, in this one. But we're following Elspeth, and they are in the Kingdom of Blunder. She joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it. It's like kind of a little bit of romance in it, if I'm not mistaken. And it does talk about there's a monster inside of her head that like, she can only hear this monster in her head, which sounds kind of creepy. It goes with the theme for October. This should be very, very interesting. It looks really long too. This is pretty thick. I think it's almost 400 pages. Oh, but the font is pretty big, which I really like that. So really excited about this one. Hopefully it is spooky and not too slow. We'll see. Next book that I chose is another thriller, and this one is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. This is another one that I've heard a lot of great things about, and I ordered immediately. Like, I just heard so many good reviews and I was like, I need this one. It just sounded like right up my alley. So just a little brief description. We're following the main character, Mallory. She's fresh out of rehab and she gets a job babysitting a 5-year-old boy named Teddy. He seems like really sweet at first. They bond instantly. And he's like, first starts off drawing like really cute pictures, and then the pictures start getting more and more sinister and just strange. And she kind of starts to think like, is this boy okay? Is he disturbed? What is going on? What kind of message is he trying to send me with these pictures? I guess hence the title, Hidden Pictures. It just gets crazy from there. He's trying to tell her something. There's something sinister going on. And also something that I noticed, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but there's like really creepy pictures throughout the book. So really excited about this one. Hopefully this lives up to my expectations as well. Last but certainly not least, I chose a book that's considered, I think, a paranormal romance. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But this one is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I just thought it'd be perfect to read for this month. It took just one review for me to hear that this was being compared to Twilight, and this is basically like an adult version of Twilight. People that don't know anything about me, I was obsessed with the Twilight series. I read all the Twilight books, I saw all the movies, and unpopular opinion, New Moon was my favorite. I was Team Jacob in the movies. The books, I was Team Edward, but whatever, I'm off on a tangent when we're talking about a different book. All they had to say was that this was somewhat similar to the plot or like Twilight, and it was an instant buy for me. I hope this won't be a mistake, that this will be my first Ali Hazelwood book that I'm going to be reading. I collected a lot of her books just from some of my favorite booktubers saying that her writing is amazing, but I haven't read any of them yet, and this will be my first from her, and I'm really excited about it. All right, guys, just a quick recap. The books that I chose for the month of October are Play Nice by Rachel Harrison, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak, and Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Here are all the books that I chose for this month. I am so excited to read these books, and just for the month of October in general. Guys, please let me know down in the comments below what you're going to be reading for the month of October, if you've read any of these books, or if you're going to pick them up because I chose them and we can buddy read together. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.